Hey, I'm Emma. Welcome to Revenge Pulse, where every story hits different. Hit subscribe and let's dive in. Thanksgiving dinner at Mom's house was going exactly as expected. Too much food, too many people, too much noise from my brother Derek's 3 kids running around screaming, his wife Christina trying to manage them while also taking selfies for Instagram. Mom stressed, in the kitchen, Dad hiding in the garage, pretending to check on something, and Derek holding court in the dining room, talking about his latest business venture. The thing about cryptocurrency, he was saying to Uncle Paul and Aunt Marie, is you have to understand blockchain technology at a fundamental level. Most people don't have the vision to see where this is going. I was in the kitchen helping Mom with the turkey when I heard my name. Alex never gets it, Derek said. His voice carried, he's still working his little 9-to-5, thinking that's success. Meanwhile, I'm building generational wealth. I looked at Mom. She was carefully not meeting my eyes. Derek's doing well, she said quietly. You should be happy for him. I am happy for him. Then why do you always have that look on your face? What? Look. That judgmental look. Like you think you're better than him. I didn't think I was better than Derek. I just thought I was tired of his bullshit. But I didn't say that. I just carried the turkey to the dining room table. Everyone gathered. 18 people, total. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, Derek's family, me. We squeezed around Mom's extended table, elbows touching, passing dishes. Dad said grace. We started eating. I was cutting my turkey when Derek cleared his throat. I want to say something, he announced. Everyone looked up. I just want to acknowledge how grateful I am for family. For people who show up, who support each other, who contribute. Here we go, I thought. Because that's what family means, Derek continued. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Helping each other. Being there when it matters. Christina was nodding along, recording him on her phone for Instagram. Probably. My husband is so inspiring, she'd caption it. Some people get that, Derek said. He was looking directly at me now. Some people understand family values, and some people, he paused for effect. Some people just never contribute, never help, never show up when you need them. Uncle Paul shifted uncomfortably. Aunt Marie suddenly found her cranberry sauce very interesting. Derek, Mom started. No, Mom, it needs to be said. Derek set down his fork. Alex has been living in his little bubble for years. Good job, nice apartment, comfortable life. But when has he ever helped anyone else? When has he ever sacrificed for family? 18 pairs of eyes were on me now. I took a sip of water. Are you done? See? That attitude right there? No accountability, no acknowledgement of. I asked if you were done. Yeah, I'm done. But I hope you think about what I said. Family is supposed to support each other. Maybe you should try it sometime. I nodded slowly, set down my napkin. Pulled out my phone. What are you doing? Mom asked nervously. Just checking something. I opened my banking app. Pulled up my automatic payments. There were 7 scheduled for Derek. Car payment, $487 per month. Car insurance, $218 per month. Childcare, $1,200 per month. Credit card minimum, $350 per month. HOA fees, $175 per month. Storage unit, $89 per month. Kids sports fees, $156 per month. Total, $2,675 per month. I'd been paying them for 22 months. Since January 2022, $2,675, 22, equals $58,850. But I needed to subtract the months where I depaused at his request because he said he could handle it. There were 3 of those months. $58,858,025 equals $50,825. Plus the one-time payment I'd made for his business course. $2,200. Total, $53,025. Close enough. Let's call it $52,847 after some adjustments for varying childcare costs. I clicked on the first payment. Car payment. Alex. Mom's voice was tight with warning. I clicked cancel. Then the next one. Car insurance. Cancel. Childcare. Credit card. Storage. Sports fees. Cancel. 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 7 clicks done. I put my phone down and picked up my fork. Past the mashed potatoes. Derek was staring at me. What did you just do? Checked my phone. Like you say, I need to contribute more. So I'm making some budget adjustments. You know how it is. What kind of budget adjustments? Just canceling some automatic payments, freeing up cash flow. Christina's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, frowned, and put it down. Anyway, I said, turning to Aunt Marie, how's your garden doing? Mom said you had great tomatoes this year. Aunt Marie looked between me and Derek. Yes, the tomatoes were. Derek's phone buzzed. He looked at Italiano. His face went pale. Is something wrong? I asked innocently. He looked at his phone again. My car insurance. They just sent a cancellation notice. That's weird, I said. Must be an error. His phone buzzed again. And again. Christina's phone was buzzing too now. What's happening? She asked, looking at her screen. Derek stood up. I need to make some calls. Excuse me. Cancel, 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 cancel. 7 clicks. Done. I put my phone down and picked up my fork. Past the mashed potatoes. Derek was staring at me. What did you just do? Checked my phone. Like you say, I need to contribute more. So I'm making some budget adjustments. You know how it is. What kind of budget adjustments? Just canceling some automatic payments, freeing up cash flow. Christina's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, frowned, and put it down. Anyway, I said, turning to Aunt Marie, how's your garden doing? Mom said you had great tomatoes this year. Aunt Marie looked between me and Derek. Yes. The tomatoes were. Derek's phone buzzed. He looked at Italiano. His face went pale. Is something wrong? I asked, innocently. He looked at his phone again. My car insurance. They just sent a cancellation notice. That's weird, I said. Must be an error. His phone buzzed again. And again. Christina's phone was buzzing too. Now, what's happening? She asked, looking at her screen. Derek stood up. I need to make some calls. Excuse me? He left the table. Christina followed. Conversation resumed slowly. Awkwardly, Cousin Jamie asked Dad about his golf game. Grandma commented on the turkey. Everyone carefully avoided looking at me. 15 minutes later, Derek came back. His face was red. Christina was behind him, crying. What did you do? Derek demanded. I'm eating turkey, I said. It's delicious, Mom. The payments, all of them, they're all getting declined. My car, the insurance, the daycare, everything. That is weird, Alex. His voice was shaking. Did you cancel them? Cancel what? The payments. My bills. Did you cancel them? Everyone was staring now, forks frozen midair. Conversations stopped. Why would I cancel your bills? I asked. Because you've been paying them? Derek said. His voice was rising. You've been paying my bills for almost 2 years, and you just canceled them right now? At Thanksgiving dinner. Mom dropped her fork. It clattered on her plate. You've been paying Derek's bills? Aunt Maria asked. I took another bite of turkey. Chavette slowly swallowed. Derek, I think you're confused, I said. I'm the one who never helps family. Remember? Who never contributes. Who never sacrifices? Those were your words. Literally, 3 minutes ago. Stop playing games. I'm not playing games. I'm just clarifying. You told 18 people that I never help, so clearly, I haven't been paying your bills for 22 months. Because that would be helping, and we've established I don't do that. Derek's mouth opened and closed. Alex, Mom said quietly, is this true? Have you been paying for Derek's expenses? For 22 months. $2,675 per month, plus a one-time payment for a business course he took. Total of $52,847. The room went silent except for the kids playing in the other room. Why? Uncle Paul asked. Because he asked me, too. In January 2022. Said he'd had some unexpected expenses, that his crypto investments hadn't paid off yet, that he needed help for a few months, just until he got back on track. That was almost 2 years ago, Grandpa said. Yes. And you've been paying his bills this whole time? Yes. Christina was crying harder now. Derek, you told me we were fine. You said the business was doing well. You said it is doing well, Derek insisted. I just needed some temporary help. Temporary. I set down my fork. 22 months is temporary. You said you'd help. I did help. For 22 months, $52,847 worth of help. While you told everyone I never contribute to this family. Derek looked around the table. At Mom's shocked face. At Dad's disappointed one. At the aunts and uncles and cousins all staring at him. I didn't know. I thought he stopped. You thought what? That I'd never stop. That I'd just keep paying your bills forever while you bought cryptocurrency and posted on Instagram about building generational wealth. That's not fair. What? Es not fair is you standing up at Thanksgiving dinner and telling our entire family that I'd never help. When I've been keeping you afloat for 2 years. I didn't mean yes, you did. You meant every word. You just didn't think anyone would find out. Christina stood up. We need to go. Christina, Derek started. No. We need to leave. We need to figure out how we're going to pay our bills. Because apparently, they're not paid, and I didn't know. She looked at him with something like disgust. How did I not know? They gathered their kids and left. The door slammed. Everyone sat in silence. Finally, Mom spoke. Alex, you should have told us. Should I? Would you have believed me? Or would you have thought I was making it up to make Derek look bad? She didn't answer. Derek's always been the golden child, I continued. The entrepreneur. The visionary. The one building generational wealth. I'm just the boring one with the 9 to 5 job. The one who shows up to holidays and doesn't make waves. Why would anyone believe I was the one supporting him? We would have believed you, Dad said. Would you? Jew. Because Derek's been telling everyone his business is thriving. He drives a nice car, lives in a nice house, takes his family on vacations. And all of you believed it. Because, why wouldn't you? Because it was a lie, Aunt Marie said quietly. No, it was a performance, and I was the one funding it. After dinner, I helped Mom clean up. Everyone else had left early. The holiday was ruined. Did you have to do it like that? Mom asked, scraping plates in front of everyone. He called me out in front of everyone. But you could have talked to him privately. I tried. Multiple times. Every time I brought up stopping the payments, he'd guilt me. Say I was abandoning him. That family is supposed to help family. That if roles were reversed, he'd help me. Would he? No. And we both knew it. But I kept paying anyway. Because I'm the responsible one. The reliable one. The one who doesn't make waves. Mom was quiet for a long time. I'm sorry. For not seeing it. For not seeing you. It's okay. It is? Not. Your father and we always worried about Derek. He was struggling, we thought. Trying to make his business work. Trying to provide for his family. And we felt bad for him, so we gave him attention. Support. Help, when we could. And we just assumed you were fine because you never asked for anything. I was fine. I am fine. I have a good job, no debt, savings. I'm doing okay. But you were supporting your brother for almost 2 years? That's not fine. She stopped. That's you sacrificing yourself because you thought you had to. I thought I was helping. You were. But at what cost? I didn't have an answer for that. Derek called me the next day. We need to talk, he said. Okay. Can you come over? No. Alex, please. I need to explain. You don't need to explain. You made it very clear yesterday. I never help family, so I'm not helping anymore. I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did. You stood up in front of 18 people and announced that I never contribute, never sacrifice, never sew up. And the whole time, I was paying $2,675 of your monthly bills. I was frustrated. About what? About me not paying enough? Not paying fast enough. Not being grateful for the opportunity to fund your lifestyle. That's not. He stopped. Started again. I'm under a lot of pressure. Okay, the business isn't where I want it to be yet. Christina's always on me about money. The kids need things, and you make it look so easy. Your job, your life, your perfect little apartment with no responsibilities. No responsibilities except paying your car payments, and your insurance, and your childcare, and your credit card. And I get it. Do you? Because yesterday you didn't seem to get it. Yesterday you seemed to think I was the selfish one. Silence on the other end. I need the payments to continue, Derek said finally. Just for a few more months. Until I close this deal I'm working on. Then I can take over everything. I promise. No. Alex, I'll lose my car. My kids will have to leave their daycare. Christina's threatening to leave me, then you'll need to figure it out. Get a regular job. Cut expenses. Make a budget. Do what everyone else does when they can't afford their lifestyle. I can't get a regular job. I'm an entrepreneur. You're not an entrepreneur, Derek. You're a guy who watches YouTube videos about cryptocurrency and calls it a business plan. Fuck you. There it is. The real you. Not the inspiring family man who posts on Instagram. Not the visionary building generational wealth. Just a guy who's pissed that his free ride is over. He hung up. I blocked his number. Over the next week, I got calls from everyone. Mom, asking me to reconsider, just until Christmas. Give him time to figure things out. Dad, asking me to be the bigger person. Whatever that meant, Christina's mom, who I'd met twice, telling me I was tearing her daughter's family apart. Derek's business partner, apparently he had one asking if I could continue the payments as an investment in Derek's company. I said no to all of them. Then I got a text from Christina. Not angry, just sad. Christina, I didn't know about any of it. Derek told me his business was profitable, that we could afford everything. I found out yesterday that we're $35,000 in credit card debt, that the car is about to be repossessed, that we're 3 months behind on HOA fees. I'm taking the kids to my mom's. We're separating. I just wanted you to know. And to say thank you for helping when you did, even if Derek didn't appreciate it. I stared at the text for a long time. Then I called her. Christina. Alex, hi. I'm sorry for how this happened. I should have stopped the payments privately, not at Thanksgiving dinner. No. He deserved it. He humiliated you in front of everyone. You just told the truth. Still, Alex, I've been living a lie for 2 years. Derek's been telling me we're fine, that his business is growing, that we're successful. And the whole time, you've been paying our bills, our kids' daycare, our car payment, everything. How did I not see it? Because he didn't want you to. He made me complicit in his lie, and I hate him for that. Her voice cracked. But I'm grateful to you. For helping? For caring about our kids enough to make sure they had daycare and healthcare, and she was crying now. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to pay you back. I don't know how or when, but I will. Christina, you don't have to. Yes, I do. Derek? Won't. He's already talking about how you betrayed him, how you sabotaged him. He'll never admit he was wrong. But I will, and I'll pay you back, even if it takes me 20 years. Christmas came. I didn't go to Mom's. First time in 31 years. Primera vez que me ordered Chinese food. Watched movies. It was quiet. Peaceful. Mom called 3 times. I didn't answer. On December 26th, she showed up at my apartment. Can I come in? She asked. I let her in. She looked around at my small living room, my secondhand furniture, my quiet, modest life. This is nice, she said. Cozy, thanks. Derek didn't come to Christmas either. I heard. Christina told me they separated. She took the kids. He's living in his office. The house is in foreclosure. Mom sat down on my couch. Everything's falling apart? I'm sorry. Are you? Yeah. I don't hate Derek. I'm just done enabling him. There's a difference between enabling and helping, is there? Because for 2 years, I told myself I was helping. But really, I was just making it possible for him to avoid reality. To keep pretending. To keep performing success while I paid for the props. Mom was quiet for a moment. When did you get so wise? When I realized I was spending $2,675 a month on someone who thought I never contributed anything. He's struggling now. Really struggling. Good. Maybe he'll learn something. That's harsh. No, it's honest. Derek has never struggled, never faced consequences. Never had to deal with reality, because someone was always there to catch him. First, you and Dad. Then, me. And he learned that if he just performs confidence and success, someone will believe it and bail him out. We were just trying to help you, we're enabling him. Just like I was. And now we've stopped. And he's going to have to figure out how to actually stand on his own. Mom looked at me with tears in her eyes. When did you become the parent and I become the child? When you chose to see Derek as the successful one and me as the boring one, when you decided his failure was more important than my success, when you let him call me selfish while I was literally paying his bills. I'm sorry, she whispered. I know. But sorry doesn't change 22 months of being invisible. Derek filed for bankruptcy in February. The house went into foreclosure. The car was repossessed. The credit cards were maxed out. He moved into a studio apartment, got a job managing a cell phone store, started paying child support to Christina. I heard all this through Mom, who talked to him weekly, trying to support him, trying to help him rebuild. He's different now, she told me, in March. Humbler, quieter. He's actually working. Good, he asked about you, if you'd be willing to talk to him. Not yet. When? When he apologizes. Not through you. Not through a text. In person. With specifics. When he acknowledges what he did and takes responsibility for it, I'll tell him. The apology came in June, 7 months after Thanksgiving. Derek showed up at my apartment on a Saturday morning. He looked different. Thinner. Tired. His clothes were normal jeans and a t-shirt instead of the designer stuff he used to wear. Can I come in? He asked. I let him in. He sat on my couch, looked around at my apartment. I've been here before, he said, but I never really looked at it. I always thought he stopped. I always thought it was small. Sad. A sign that you weren't doing well. But it's not. It's just right for you. It's enough. Why are you here, Derek? To apologize? For everything. For Thanksgiving. For using you. For taking advantage. For his voice cracked. For being a complete asshole for 2 years and not even realizing it. Okay, that's it. Just okay. What do you want me to say? I don't know. That you forgive me? That we can move past this? I forgive you. But I don't know if we can move past this. Not yet. What do I need to do? Nothing. You need to do nothing. You need to live your life. Pay your own bills. Take care of your own responsibilities. And in a few years, if you've actually changed, maybe we can rebuild something. But Derek, I'm not going to be your safety net anymore. I'm not going to be the person you take advantage of, because you know I'll say yes. I don't want to take advantage, then don't. Live within your means. Be honest with Christina. Be a real father to your kids. Be a real person instead of a performance. He nodded slowly. Mom said, "You have a spreadsheet of everything you paid." I do. Can I see it? I pulled it up on my laptop, turned the screen to face him. He scrolled through it. Every payment, every date, every amount, 22 months of expenses I'd covered. Jesus Christ, he whispered. I didn't realize. You didn't want to realize. You wanted to believe your own story, that you were the successful entrepreneur and I was the boring 9-to-5 guy who never helped anyone. I'm going to pay you back? No. What? I don't want you to pay me back. You can't afford it. And honestly, I don't care about the money. I care about the respect, the acknowledgement, the truth. Then what do you want from me? I want you to be honest. With yourself, with Christina, with your kids, with mom and dad. Stop performing. Stop pretending. Just be real. I don't know how, he said quietly. Then learn. Then learn. That's what the rest of us do. A year after Thanksgiving, things had changed. Derek was still at the cell phone store. Still in his studio apartment. He'd started seeing his kids regularly. Christina had agreed to couples counseling. They weren't back together, but they were talking. Mom had stopped calling me every week asking me to forgive Derek. She'd started asking about my life instead. About work, about my hobbies, about me. Dad had apologized, said he'd always assumed I was fine because I never asked for help, never complained, never caused problems. He hadn't realized that fine meant I was quietly holding everyone else together. At Thanksgiving this time, at Aunt Marie's house, Derek and I were in the same room for the first time since last year. It was awkward. He stayed on one side of the room. I stayed on the other. But during dinner, when Uncle Paul asked how he was doing, Derek didn't lie. I'm rebuilding, he said. Lost my house, lost my car, lost my wife for a while, lost my illusions about who I was. But I'm working now, providing for my kids, learning how to actually be responsible instead of just looking responsible. That's good, Uncle Paul said. It's hard, Derek continued, really hard. But it's honest, and I spent 2 years being dishonest. About my business, about my finances, about, he looked at me, about my brother, who was supporting me while I told everyone he never helped. The table went quiet. I'm sorry, Derek said, to everyone. For lying. For performing. For being someone I wasn't. And especially to Alex. For using you. For taking advantage. For humiliating you. I'm sorry. I nodded. Thank you. Are we? He stopped. Are we okay? Not yet, but maybe someday. I'll take that. 2 years after Thanksgiving, Derek and Christina small ceremony, just immediate family. Derek cried during the Christina cried. Their kids now 8, 6, and 4 were the wedding party. At the reception, Derek pulled me aside. Thank you for coming, he said. Of course. I know things are still weird between us, but I wanted you here, because you're part of why I'm standing here today. How so? Because you said no. You stopped enabling me. You forced me to face reality, and it sucked. It was the worst year of my life. But it was also the year I grew up. The year I became someone worth being married to. Someone worth being a father to. Someone worth being a brother to. You're welcome. I'm paying you back. Not the money. No, you said not to. But the lesson. I'm teaching my kids what you taught me, that you can't perform success. You have to live it. You can't fake responsibility. You have to practice it, and you can't take advantage of people who love you, even if they let you. That's good. My oldest asked about you yesterday, asked why Uncle Alex doesn't come around much anymore. I told her the truth, that I hurt you, that I took advantage of your kindness, that I'm trying to make it right. She asked if I said sorry. I said yes. She asked if you forgave me. I said, I'm not sure yet. What did she say? She said, that's okay, that sometimes sorry takes a long time to work, that you have to prove it with actions, not just words. He smiled. 8 years old and she's wiser than I was at 34. She sounds like a smart kid. She is. They all are, and they're going to grow up knowing the truth. About failure, about consequences, about how you can't build a real life on pretend success. 5 years after Thanksgiving, I got a text from Derek. Emma's school is doing a career day. She wants to bring you. Says you're the most successful person she knows. I told her about your job, project manager. Good salary, stable company. She said that's not why she thinks you're successful. I asked why then. She said because you have enough. You don't need to pretend to have more. Will you call me next Thursday at 10 a.m.? I went, stood in front of Emma's third grade class, and talked about project management, about organization, about meeting deadlines and working with teams. A kid raised his hand. Do you make a lot of money? I make enough. How much is enough? Enough to pay my bills. Enough to save some. Enough to help people sometimes. Enough to not worry about it constantly. My dad says we need more money, the kid said, that we can't afford things. That's different for everyone. Some people need more. Some people need less. The important thing is being honest about what you actually need instead of pretending you need more than you do. Emma raised her hand. Uncle Alex helped my dad once. When we didn't have enough money, he helped us a lot. That was nice of him, the teacher said. It was. Emma agreed. But the nicer thing was when he stopped helping, because that's when my dad learned how to help himself. After class, Emma hugged me. Thanks for coming. Of course. Dad says, you guys are brothers again? Like before, we're working on it. That's good. I like having you around. You're the quiet, kind of successful. Not the loud kind. What's the difference? The quiet kind is real. The loud kind is for Instagram. 8 years old and wiser than most adults I knew. 10 years after Thanksgiving, Derek and I had lunch. Regular lunch. Not a special occasion. Not an apology. Just two brothers getting sandwiches. The kids are doing great, he said. Emma wants to be an engineer. Noah's really into soccer. Lily just started first grade. That's great. Christina got promoted. She's managing the whole department now. Making good money? We're thinking about buying a house again. Small one this time. Something we can actually afford. Good plan. I've been sober for 5 years. Not from alcohol, from the crypto stuff. From the get-rich-quick schemes. From the performance. I deleted Instagram, stopped trying to look successful, started trying to actually be stable. How does it feel? Boring? But in a good way, in a sustainable way. He took a bite of his sandwich. I think about that Thanksgiving a lot, about what I said, about how I made you feel, and I'm still sorry. I'll always be sorry. I know. Are we okay? Really okay? I thought about it. About the past 10 years, about the apology, about the change, about Emma's wisdom, about Derek actually becoming someone different. Yeah, I said. We're okay. Good. He smiled, because I need to ask you something. Here it comes, I thought, the request for money. The slip back into old patterns. I'm teaching a financial literacy class at the community center. For people who've filed bankruptcy, people who are rebuilding. I wanted to know if you'd co-teach it with me. Your perspective, the person who had their shit together, and my perspective, the person who didn't. I Think together we could help people. You want me to teach a class with you? If you're willing, I know I'm asking for your time, which is valuable, but not your money. Never your money again. I promise. I smiled. Okay. I'll do it. Really? Really, thank you. For this. For everything. For saying no when I needed to hear it. For saying yes, now when I actually deserve it. You're welcome. I'm the luckiest person I know, Derek said. Not because things came easy, but because they came hard, and I had a brother who loved me enough to let me fall, so I could learn to stand. The lesson came slowly, over years, not in a single moment. Not in one conversation, but gradually. Like trust rebuilding. Like families healing. The lesson was this: helping someone isn't the same as enabling them, and sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is say no, not because you don't care, but because you care enough to let them face reality. Derek faced reality. It took him years. It cost him his house, his car, his marriage temporarily, his pride permanently, but he became real, and I became free. Free from the obligation to fix his problems. Free from the resentment of being invisible. Free from the weight of carrying someone who refused to walk. That was worth $52,847. That was worth the uncomfortable Thanksgiving dinner. That was worth standing up for myself. Because in the end, I didn't just save myself. I saved him too, by letting him save himself.